I just know you're ready to hear about a little crime. Welcome to Crime Daddies.
Welcome to Crime Daddies. We have a really big announcement for you guys today, don't we, Hunter?
That is right, and Jacob's going to get right into it.
Because it's pretty cool, and it's something we've been looking forward to for a while. And if you subscribe to Crime Daddies on Riverside, you guys will have the first access to our new monthly newsletter, which is titled the Crime Daddies Digest.
And every month we are going to be giving you case updates from cases that we may have covered previously. And it's also completely free to subscribe on riverside.com. So if you want this monthly newsletter, then that is something I'm going to say go ahead and do.
Yeah, because all that asks for is your name and your email address. And we are going to pump out a newsletter to you guys full of anything related to Crime Daddies. So if we have any new updates or announcements, we're going to put it there first. And you guys are going to have first access to everything we do. And like Hunter said, we're going to have case updates monthly. So if we cover an episode and we have any information that maybe have been wrong or just incomplete, we will recognize that in our newsletter and we will correct those.
And one more thing I want to make clear. To everybody that's going to get online and hate on us, that's completely fine. We can handle criticism and we will respond back to the criticism. But if you're purposely attacking us and going to every single Facebook page and running your mouth, we're not going to respond back to you because you're not worth our time.
That's what we wanted to use this newsletter for, is a way for us to correct ourselves because we're not perfect. We're not journalists. We are just two guys who know a lot of stories from this area and we want to shed some light on them. And so if you guys are ever curious and if you know any information and you want to show us some love, then go ahead and go to crimedaddies.riverside.com and subscribe. And every month you're going to get a newsletter emailed straight to you. If you are one of our awesome listeners that got one last night, you're welcome for the first edition. And if any of you new guys want to subscribe, you will get one next month. And one thing we did on this newsletter is we introduced the Crime Daddies tip line, which is our new way for you guys to suggest crimes. So if you have any ideas and if you have heard any stories, you can go to the link in our bio and find a Google form. And all we're going to ask is if you're going to suggest a crime that you give us maybe 2 sources of reliable information. That way we can try and build something. And then once a month, Hunter and myself we'll both pick a crime that's been submitted, and we will tell a story from the Crime Daddies tip line.
And these case suggestions doesn't necessarily have to be anything to do with murder. It can be from robbery to scams to paranormal activity to just something scary that you've experienced in life.
Yeah, and so all we ask is that you guys provide us some sources. That way we can actually do research. We can't do anything based off speculation or word of mouth. So if you can find us something that we can look into, and if you're going to suggest a case, we hope that the case has plenty of evidence or is closed. We can't just take some things at face value because with some crimes, they can be pretty hard to talk about. And so if you guys want to suggest anything, that is the newest way to do it. And that's the only way we're going to be able to hear your guys' voice and kind of filter them. Because right now we have an inbox full of people just messaging us daily. And it's kind of hard to keep track of that, which is why we're trying to put this in place. So we have one place for you guys to have all your case suggestions.
Yeah, and let me put this into perspective. So I could talk about the case from when my brother got stabbed, but there's just not enough information there to actually build an episode about it. So we are definitely interested in different cases that you send us, but it has to have enough information or we can build an episode around it. So if an episode is only going to be 10 minutes long, we probably will not be able to cover it just because we want to release a weekly podcast and have it be at least 30 minutes long. So with that being said, make sure it's an informative case.
So yeah, that's the announcement for you guys today. And we're just so happy to have you guys along for this ride. Thank you for subscribing on Riverside. And I hope you go and give our newsletter a read. And I hope that if you guys have any case suggestions, you look forward to suggesting those. And then once a month, like I said, Hunter and I will do Crime Daddies tip line episode where we will both pick one of those cases and present them to each other. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you all.